Hi, welcome back. It dawned on me this morning that it's been about 4.5 months, maybe 5 months, since I did the first tour of our homestead. So I want to take the opportunity today to kind of show you what we've accomplished. Well, when I say we, I really mean Garnet. He's done 90% of the work on the property here. So again, just a reminder, it's just shy of 7 acres. It's like 6.86 acres, so we just rounded up and say 7. But we are completely off-grid. We run on solar. Going into fall, our light supply has dwindled dramatically and it's gotten cold out, so we are running the generator right now just to top up our battery bank. But other than just topping up, we do run completely off solar, and that includes our security system. We do have security cameras on the property just because the world is just getting weirder and weirder. And yeah, so just because you're off-grid does not mean that you can't have modern technologies on the property. So anyways, let's start the tour. This area here is the first section that we cleared. Again, the property was 90% alder when we bought it, so we were able to buy a 9,000 pound excavator and able to clear the land with that just by pushing all the alders over with the roots attached. So it made clearing the land quite easy. So on this section of land, it was the first part planted. We got a couple fruit trees out there, but this is also where I rotate my rabbits. We do meat rabbits, and I had them on our old property in town mostly on grass with very little supplement, and they grew great. But the pasture here, and I'll kind of show you, is very sandy and does not hold nutrition very well. So unfortunately with these guys, well, unfortunately for me, fortunate for them because they love it, I've been having to supplement them with rabbit grower, which of course they don't mind, they love it. But for cost effectiveness, it's actually costing me more to raise rabbits out here on the farm than it did in town. So anyway, so I have 5 rabbits in here now in the tractor, and I move this tractor once to twice a day, just depending on where they are on the field. Like if they were in this section right here, I'd have to move them twice a day just because the ground covering isn't all that great. But if they were a few feet over there, they'd probably be able to go the whole day without having to be moved. Hi guys! So these guys are quite friendly. Been really fortunate with this litter. Yeah, you guys are not jumping out. And they're quite lovely natured rabbits. Not sure if I'm going to keep some or not. But anyways, so this is the first section. And then pretty much from this evergreen tree here forward towards the barn was the next section that we did. The grass is still growing. You can still see quite a bit of the dirt peeking through, but that should get covered as the grass matures. Garnet's been clearing this side of the driveway, and he's got just over an acre, almost close to 2 acres cleared on this side. And because of the consistency of the soil here, and I'll actually show you guys. I'm just gonna pause you and bring you up when I get there. Not sure how well this is gonna pop through, but you can see that we don't have much of a soil line. The roots kind of have an abrupt stop on where they come through, but that's our soil. And then after that, it is all just sand. And our water table is not that far. This is old riverbed, so it's quite sandy, quite gravelly, which is great for construction, not so great for farming. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. So we're extremely happy to have the pasture pigs, because just allowing them to wander through and do what pigs do. These guys don't root up. The coonies don't root the ground up as much as like commercial pigs or other pasture pigs. So just to allow them to run through and eat and help fertilize our pastures is amazing. Our driveway's a little bit of a shambles. We been struggling. It is so wet here that we've been struggling to keep the driveway from getting too mucky. But there's some of our birds out there in pasture. And our ducks. There's ducks out there kind of in the middle. This chicken coop is completely temporary. Where the coop is sitting now, we're going to be building our barn, which will also have a coop attached to it. The tan tent next to it, that's where we're temporarily keeping our hay. Because I have rabbits, I have to access the hay twice a day just to make sure that they don't have any, just to keep their hay supply dry and mold free. So we put up a tent rather than just wrapping it in a tarp. We did the tarp thing for a little while and the hay was getting wet and it was molding, and I'm not risking the rabbits, and I'm not picking through a bale of hay to the center to try and find some decent hay. So we bit the bullet and bought one of these little pop-up tent things just until we can get a proper barn built. And then over here, there's our solar panels. Our beautiful cooney pigs. We've had them for about a week now, and I absolutely love them. They see you and they come running. They want scratches and belly rubs, and, well, I mean, first choice is food, but if you don't have any food, they will settle for scratches and belly rubs, so that's kind of nice. So this is their pasture for right now, and they are quite content. Even though they're gentle with people, they're not so gentle with each other. They're quite pushy, but anyways, they're adorable and we love them. Our property does extend to the back into the trees there, and we do have some ATV trails pushed through, so that's kind of fun. We're going to keep the majority of these second growth trees up just for shade and whatnot. For the animals, as you can see, we did incorporate some trees into this pen, which eventually is just going to be our farrowing pen and our lambing pen once we get the lambs. And there's our beautiful barn. There's my amigos. Hi guys. Some more of the property. The majority of our property does extend over this way to our neighbor's farm, but this area right here, this is where we're going to build the house. We have done a lot of humming and hawing and have changed our mind a bajillion times, but so far for the last 2.5 months we haven't changed our mind on this location, and we're going to get rid of the alders, but we are going to keep the other trees just because in the summertime it does get hot, and it will provide us with some shade, because there will be no air conditioning on a solar system. I don't want to put that much money into a solar system to be able to run air, so we're going to use the shade from the trees to do that. So anyways, that's what we've done so far. That's what we've been up to. I hope you enjoyed this update.